Wow, what a journey this has been. I have ranked 70 levels out of 86 levels so far. And wow, was this tough. So many good levels have missed out. But there can only be 16 top levels. These levels are the best in their category. So well, with one exception, you'll not get multiple themes. But I'll explain that exception when I get to it. Anyway, these look at the levels that are passing us by. Classic levels in their own right, but there can only be space for 16. These 16 are S tier. They are the best that Crash has to offer. These levels are almost flawless in execution. Every aspect that we're talking about today, and I cannot wait to get into this list. Starting off, we have Hang 'em High. Yeah, here we have the first level in the Arabian theme. I will say this might be the only daytime level, but this is definitely my favourite look for the Arabian levels. I just like all the lighting. I like the hot sun beaming down on the level. It just looks great for me. One thing I do like about these Arabian levels in general, though, is it really does feel like a real place. Like I feel like I am actually like running by people's homes, like, and they're just like, "What's that weird furry thing? What outside of our home?" It's quite funny. Also the death animations in these levels are really good. Like they're some of the best. They're really good. Another thing I like about this level in particular is the hang bar sections. I think they're really top notch. They're the best in the series in my opinion. Lots of variety to them. Good challenge. The yellow gem is quite good as well. Maybe it could have done with a slight challenge because you have the double jump at that point. I don't really think they quite utilise it that much in that level, but it's still quite good. Also, the music is really good in these levels, especially for the bonus stage. Anyway, it's time to go away. And here we have Piston It Away. What a great name. If you're old enough to know, then you know. This is a really good name. Now, for me, this is a level that every Warp 5 level should aspire to. A good challenge, makes the most out of Crash's moveset, and it has a nice theme, like final Warp feel to it, which I like. Now, another thing I really like about this level is the enemy designs and like their patterns. They really stand out to me. I don't know why, but when I was younger, the tall enemies, they really reminded me of giraffes for some reason. I don't know, that's as a young self, I guess. But now I also like the shrink ways as well. That's quite unique. Crash turning really tiny. I like the fact that actually I don't think you can in the Insane Trilogy. In the old version, you actually could run around as a small Crash. I don't know why they took it out. Actually, that's actually quite disappointing. Anyway. See, the bonus room is actually really tricky. There's this one particular jump where you have to jump over the nitros, and it is doing that first time is really hard. Yeah, I'll be surprised to get it first time when doing that bonus room. The death route in this level is one of the best in the entire series. I love it. It's really like the screen, and some of the hard jumps you have to pull off in that death route as well. Like you actually have to do a crouch jump at one point to get above the enemy. It's the best way to get him. You can probably slow jump up there, but to have the best chance, you want to crouch jump to get the most height.
Going backwards.
Now I want to also talk about the backtracking, because people see backtracking in general as a bad thing, but I really have to disagree in certain aspects. I think the backtracking in the Crash games, for the most part, it's really good, and it's how backtracking should be done. When backtracking complements the level gameplay, like especially in this level, that's when I think it's done right. And it's completely optional, so you only have to do it if you want to collect the gem anyway. So I just think the badge wagons were done really well in this level.
Oh, I hate these assholes.
Anyway, it's time to go to the next level. Oh, that was close. Oh. Okay, did it.
Oh, but there isn't a checkpoint, so it's actually quite a long way.
Now I have to mention before we start, I'm judging the generator room on the PS1 version, not this version, because, well, everything that I love about that level is really only on the PS1 version. The generator room is the most atmospheric level in the entire Crash series, for very good reasons. First of all, Cortex is literally watching your every move on those cameras, and it's really freaky. Now, another thing is, what the most scariest thing in Crash is, you might think it's a big polar bear, you might think it's the Terratops, or it might be something else. It might be the lab resistors. No. The most scary thing in the entire Crash series is this big platform. I do not know why, but when I'm standing on it, my fingers start shaking, and I'm like, oh good god, I gotta get off. I don't know, I just find it creepy how it just falls down. It feels like it's just waiting there for no reason for it to fall down. It's just creepy to me. Anyway, I also want to show you the original music because I think it really does set this level in. It's a shame that the Insane Trilogy couldn't bring back that atmosphere that we loved so much in the originals, but we still have the original level in that game, so it's all fine. Anyway, on to some trouble. And here we have Deep Trouble. No, you're not mistaken. It deserves to be this high up on the list, in my opinion. These underwater levels, I find, are really underrated and do not deserve the criticism that I get. Like, I think the controls are really good. Like, I really enjoy playing as Crash in these levels. You actually can go faster by tapping X and square at the same time. You like do a spin dash, and it makes Crash go quite fast, which is quite useful to getting past quite a lot of these tricky obstacles. I will say it's a very big step up in challenge. To be honest, it might be a bit too hard for Warp Room 3. This could have easily been a Warp Room 4 level. I mean, considering you have Bye Bye Blimps and that Warp Room 4, I mean, this is definitely harder than that level. I also like the new addition they added to Deep Trouble. These are water jet streams. Damn, they are so frustrating to get by. They're quite hard, but you know, they're a really good addition to this level. It really adds some depth. I just find the obstacle placement in this level in particular really good. Well done. The other special thing about Deep Trouble is that it's the only non-platforming level to have another gem on it. And not just any other gem, it has a colour gem on it, which is actually my favourite colour gem in Crash 3, as I like how it's actually unique and isn't just another colour gem on a death route. Now, how to get this colour gem is you have to find an exploration point at the end of the level, and then you have to backtrack to halfway where you see an empty crate, which now will be a TNT, which will blow the way for it to enter another part of the level. I really like that. It's really good level design. I really enjoyed that. I just think Deep Trouble is just a well crafted level, and I genuinely think it deserves to be this high up on the list. Anyway, it's time to go in the air. Now Air Crash has everything I love about Crash 2 in it. Great secrets, great music, great gameplay, just a great fun experience. Its level is a complete blast to ride through. Like I enjoyed all the jetboard sections. I think they flow nicely. There's no silly stops like plant food. The one thing I've always found funny about these levels though is how bad is Crash at swimming? My god, even I can swim better than Crash, and I'm awful at swimming. I mean, I've already mentioned it, but the music in this level, like all the parts of the level, are just fantastic. Even the bonus round music is gorgeous to listen to. You know, you've got the heavy beat of the music, the really jazzy music, and you go to the bonus round, it's all calm and majestic. I love it. But the death routes in this level is also fantastic. Good challenge and really steps up the notch. Now I quickly have to mention the secret portal that you can find in this level. It's so clever. Like I always wondered why there's a single platform there, and I thought, oh, what? I just thought I'd parkour and see if I can actually land on it for fun. And it actually was a secret. I was just like, wow, that's so amazing.
There you go.
I mean, talking about secrets, there's also another secret part of this level to how you get all the box gems, and I'm sorry, this level is just a blast to play through. It's full of energy and it is a masterpiece of level design. On to the next level. Now that's an interesting question. What is the most Crash Bandicoot level there is? And my answer is digging it. Now to answer this, we've got to go through Crash's history. Now Crash is a character that was loosely based off Looney Tunes, as they wanted an expressive character to be the front of the game. Now, other aspects of this level in particular that makes it very Looney Tunesy is the music. It's very bouncy, and I wouldn't be out of place. Also, the enemy death animations are very expressive and very over the top, which has that Looney Tunes vibe to it. Also, the environment itself is very Looney Tunes, and Crash Bandicoot even digs in this level like a bandicoot, which is also another part of my reasoning why this is the most Crash Bandicoot level. Now the death route in this level is also a good step up in challenge, and it's also required to not only get the death route gem but also to get the box gem, which means yes, that's right, more backtracking, but this time it's even more fun. I mean, going through the level backwards, you have to face those bees and they are a pain. Now I usually go down the right path, but you actually can go back through the death route path. But I've always gone through the right path, so I didn't change my method. Now there's also two secrets in this level. The first one not really that important, it's just to get some extra lives, but I think it's quite cool. I didn't realise you could slide off the TNTs like that till I get up that high. I used to try disbanding on those boxes, but I could never quite reach the other box. And the other secret is a secret portal exit, which I always found quite cool. I really enjoyed I was like, why is that piranha plant there spitting at you? It makes no sense. It's just on this lone platform, so I thought that was quite a nice secret. Anyway, now it's time for the top 10. And here we have the final Dino level, Dynamite. Now, I like the change from the last level, because the last level we were heading towards the camera, chasing away from the dino in the first part, whereas in this part we're actually heading up the camera. And there you go, we meet our new friend, the Crash Fish. What a weird enemy type. Is this how Crash evolved? Who knows? No one knows. But we're about to meet Baby T, his first ever appearance. Now I do like Baby T, but I do kind of wish he could have had a bigger part in the level. Like, there's a secret level that you get from Rhino to Pterodactyl, and I've already said my piece on that level, but what I said about that level was
it didn't really feel like a level. So my idea was you could have combined that secret level with a bit of this level. So maybe when you go on the side, like the transition before you head down again, maybe that could have been like a little baby T section where. Anyway, that's not what we got, and it's still a fantastic level. Another big part of this level is the yellow gem path, and actually I will say that yellow gem path is so big it could be its own level. I mean it's almost the same size as this level, but no, it's its own gem path, and it's probably one of the best gem paths in the series because of that. And this level has quite a lot of content, so this level has to be in the top 10 for me. Anyway, it's time for one of the hardest levels in the Insane trilogy. And now here we have a level that was literally too hard for the PlayStation 1. Now, could you imagine trying to get the box gem on this level without dying? That would have been my entire day spent wasted on this level as a kid. Anyway, luckily for my sanity that didn't happen. But damn, this level is very creative. I mean, what a step up from Slippery Climb. Like all the obstacles, the way they all interact with each other. You go up and then down and then up again. This level is mad, like with its structure, absolutely crazy. Now the new bonus room that they added, it was completely made from scratch from Vicarious Visions, and I think they did a really good job. It fits in quite well with the level, and it is the hardest bonus room in the game, so I gotta give them credit for that. There isn't really much else to say about this level. The platinum, getting the platinum relic on this level. Oh, that's a challenge and a half. Anyway, it's time to go raiding. For me, Tomb Raider is the best name for a level. Not only is it a great reference to Lara Croft, but it also suits this level perfectly. I mean, you're raiding through a tomb. I mean, it's amazing. This level just is so unique, and it's actually a really refreshing. It's really refreshing and good variety. Now I can understand why this level could frustrate people with how long you have to wait to like pass the level, but I really enjoy it. It really pushes you to the limit. You have to utilize all of Crash's moveset, which I really like. I don't think enough levels in Crash 3 quite do that. The tomb levels also have some of my favourite music in Crash 3. Here, take a listen. Just suits the theme perfectly. Now, the blue gem is also really fun. Like, it's a good challenge. It's quite hard as well. It's quite long, so if you die like near the end, you have to redo it again. But that's fine. I mean, I always think they're meant to be harder anyway, so I think it's good. Anyway, it's time to face the bear. Here's a question: what's cooler than being chased by a giant boulder? Well, I would say getting chased by a hungry giant polar bear trying to eat you, and it is pissed off. Now, other than the polar bear, there are also some new types of obstacles. There's fences you have to break with the spin, or you can slide into it. The lizard enemies, well, they're just running along. They're like running away from the polar bear as well, which is quite cool. Now, the new music in this level I don't like in the Insane Trilogy, but the old music is epic. Here, have a listen. Now I don't know what they did to the new music. It's awful, in my opinion. Like it's probably the worst remastered track in the trilogy. Now this secret area is awesome. Now I always wonder, oh, where are the boxes? Do I miss any? Then while going through the level, see, I noticed in the other boulder levels, all the planks used to get destroyed by the boulder, but the polar bear actually doesn't destroy all the planks. So I was like, oh, I wonder what's down this pit. I was like, maybe that's where the sequel could be, and lo and behold, this epic secret portion of the level is revealed, and wow, this is such a good break in play from the chase levels. I love this secret area. It's my favourite secret area in the trilogy, in my opinion. I love the armadillos, and the gunmen are cool as well. Just very good area, and the music, wow. Just take a listen. Well, that was epic. We're not quite done yet though. What's even more epic than being chased by a giant polar bear? Well, what about being chased by a giant polar bear while riding its cub? Riding really fast. Now that is cool. Now, sorry Polar. We have to, thank you for your sacrifice. You have let Crash live. Rest in peace, Polar. Joke. Don't worry, Polar's safe. He's a secret. You have to if you head back through the level, you can find him there, just waiting for you, chirping at you. You know, I like to think of this as the Polar story. Like this is the end arc. This is when Polar, you know, becomes a member of the Crash family. He's got no home now, so that's why he heads back with Crash to Womper Island. Anyway, on to the next level. Number 6 we have Total Woods. No, you're not mistaken. Just like you Crash 1 with Insanity Beach, I feel like this level is a great indication of what's going to be coming up in Crash 2. With well crafted secrets, great music, and this great level design. Now the secret hatch in particular, I remember seeing it and just jumping on it with the X button over and over again, expecting it to do something, when I kind of forgot I had a body slam. See, that's another thing about this level I love. I love the fact that it secretly teaches you about how to play the game without realising it. Because there's also another section with the Plink Flamingos where you have to do a slide jump to reach them before they fall down. And if you fail, you have to retry the whole level. So it's slowly teaching you the base mechanics of the game without forcing it down your throat, which I like. The last thing is the blue gem. Now, this gem took me years to figure out. Now, in the Insane trilogy, they actually took out the clue that I figured this out from, but there's a box counter at the end of the level. Now, after you've got the clear gem on this level, usually when you clear a level, it just goes forever. But on this level, it actually says 0 out of X. Well, no, it says whatever boxes you have out of 0, and I was like, well, that's weird. It doesn't do that on any other level. And then it clicked. I was like, wait, no way. Do you actually just have to break no boxes to get the blue gem? And lo and behold, that's the blue gem, the mysterious blue gem. I remember this rolling my Crash against the wall out for a while, just trying to find this blue gem, like the secret path, when it was right in my face the entire time to just get no bosses. Anyway, on to the next level. Here we have the eel deal. Now, when I get to Warp from 2 in Crash 2, this is the level I look forward to the most. And I really do like Warp from 2, but this level has always stuck out to me as the best. Now, I love the theme in this level. I think it's incredibly creative. Like, all the enemy types are great, and they all have really interesting patterns. Now, the green gem, I love the hidden green gem path. The fact that it's hidden behind a secret wall, I think is awesome. The only slight problem I have, I don't like the fact that when you reach the end of that path, you have to like track back or you kill yourself. Which is a bit lame, but I'll forgive it. I'll forgive it for that. The structure of this level is incredible. I love the fact that you start in the main sewer part for the most of the level, and then you head down to the hang bar section. It's a nice introduction to the hang bars, and then you have the hot pipes at the end with the exit portal in the doorway. Just amazing. Also, one thing I love about this level is the music. Here, take a listen. Wow, it does make this level even more complete. Anyway, it's time to head into the future. Now, before we start, I have to say Vicarious Visions have created an absolute masterpiece. Now, in terms of gameplay, this is actually first on my list. Like, I think this is the best gameplay you're gonna see in a Crash level. However, the reason why I cannot put this level first is because it's not an original level from the original trilogy, and I believe it would have been impossible for Naughty Dog to create a level like this at the time. I also believe it would have been quite disrespectful to put a DLC level above any of the original trilogy levels. Anyway, did you know the water powered spinning wheel that you see there is actually inspired by a Crash 1 cut level, which is really cool. Now, the main thing why I love this level is because it brings out the best of Crash 3. It puts all of Crash 3's abilities to the absolute limit, and I love it for that. Another thing is the creativity in this level is absolutely remarkable. I can't believe they came up with half this stuff. The death route, oh, the death route, wow. I mean, it leaves me speechless how good the level design is in this level. The bonus room is amazing. It's very hard to do this blind, but I did it. But damn, it took me a while. Amazing. Now there are only 3 levels left, and yes, there's one from each game, as I believe each of those games deserved a send-off level. And well, let's get to it then. Now this level is everything good about Crash 1. Great music, great platforming, and a great theme. Because one of the cool things about this level is it's the first machine level in the games. So it's the first time we enter Cortex's island, and wow, does this level hit you. Because before that we were in a very Aztec level on Wampa Island and the other island. You know, there hasn't been too many themes, but then you hit into this theme, which is completely out of the blue almost, and it's, oh, what a level this is. The sequel's really cool as well. Really good indication with the. I mean, there's no other reason those enemies would be there other than a secret pit. The bonus levels are really good as well. Really tough platform, especially the Brio level. That usually takes me a couple of tries. And I also love the end of this level. I think it's really cool. Those trampolines are fun to bounce on. Anyway, it's time for the top 2. What's gonna be second? And here we have Gone Tomorrow. Now I know we've already done the future theme, but I also sort of don't count that one as that was a DLC level, and this was in the original Crash 3 game, so that's why this level is indeed in my top levels. And this level is brilliant, and I love the future theme. The future theme is my second favourite theme in Crash. I love it. All the enemy types are really unique. I love the big guys where they show off their bullseye target, where you're clearly meant to use a bazooka on it. Even though you can spin them, it's not quite as satisfying. I also love that these future levels, unlike really any other theme in the game, really tests your abilities to the maximum. I just love the environment as well. It's just gorgeous to look at. It's like, oh, what happens if Cortex and Engine actually do take over the world? Is this the future we have? What's in this future? Is slavery a thing? Even though it looks nice, this must be a horrible place to live with Cortex and Engine having taken over. The green gem path is also really fun in this level, really good. But there can only be one level. There can only be one. What level is it? Let's find out. We're not my favourite walk from in Crash 2. Oh wow, this level is intimidating. There's sat there in the middle, just waiting for you to enter, and it's called Cold Hard Crash. Now the snow level theme is my absolute favourite. I love the music, I love the enemies, I love the layout, I love the structure of all 3 levels being the same. Like I like the fact it goes from 3D to 3D again. Now Cold Hard Crash is full of memories for me, starting with these metal crate pillars. I used to love trying to parkour between each of them, as it's really satisfying. Cold Hard Crash was the last level I ever completed in the trilogy. I was missing just one box. I think you might know what that one box is, as it's a very iconic bonus room. Back when it didn't tell you how many boxes were in a bonus room. We all know this troll box I'm on about. Another thing, Cold Hard Crash is the perfect description of this level. It's cold, it's hard, and it's Crash. The death route, oh boy, the death route. Now, the game does try to get you to have 3 maths for the death route. So if you don't have 3 maths, then it is on you. But you want to have 3 maths so you can clear the nitros out of the way towards the end of the death route. But if you don't have the 3 maths, then you're probably going to have to at least clear the last nitros in order to make it easier for yourself. Now after you reach the end of the death route, whether you want to get the death route gem or you want to get the box gem, obviously if you want to get the box gem, you want to then head back through the stage while there's no nitros, as it's easier that way. And then you have to try and get to the next checkpoint and be quite intense. Is the death route music actually still plays even when you go back to the normal section, which is quite interesting. It can be quite intense. The last part of the 2D section in this level is awesome, as there's this life dangling there after like 5 pillars try to crush you, and it's just dangling there waiting for you to collect it. Now this last part of the level, this 3D section, is awesome, as it introduces the hedgehogs. From usually you only see them in the 2D section, but you get to see them in the 3D section for the first time, and I really like that, as it gives this it really makes this level feel real. It makes it feel like a real place, and I can respect it for that. Now we have gone through every single level in the Crash trilogy, and there's been a hell of a ride. I've enjoyed every moment of this. I wonder where your favourite levels are in my list. I'm curious. Let me know. Anyway, bye.